Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. And today we've got a game between Zero and Bisu here on Neo Jade. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we've got the white Zerg player. His name is Zero. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, you know him, you love him. He's wearing orange today. It is the orange Protoss player, Bisu. Kind of redundant introduction there. I'll work on it next time around. Man, Bisu is the great Protoss hope, you guys. Every Bisu game that I cast on the channel gets a ton of attention. People love this guy so very much. Zero, not as well known, but a very solid Zerg player. Cast a game between Zero and Bisu on a different map a couple weeks ago. It was good. It was a good game. Bisu making good use of splash damage against Zerg, which is what you need to do. He knows. He knows the Storm is important. He knows Archons are good. We'll see. We'll see what he's going to go for here today. Throwing up that pylon. This is a weird map. It's a weird map. In order to get your opponent's main base, you have to come up this really wide ramp right here. Then come down. Here's their natural. You can't see it because of the fog of war, but Bisu's throwing up his pylon in that location. And then go down a ramp into their main, which is kind of in a little valley. Isn't that weird? That's weird, right? I don't know. Neo Jade. I do love this tile set, though. It takes me back to when Brood War was released, the expansion to StarCraft, right? So StarCraft been out for a bit. Not that long. The Brood War expansion was like 1 or 2 years later. Anyway, and this was the first time this kind of blue alien tile set came out, and I was like, ooh, it's blue and fancy. And there were different critters flying around. There was like a Kokuru, which is that flying pterodactyl thing for the first time on this map. Running around as Zeratul, just blown away. There's different music too. I like this tile set. It's fun. I usually tend to like brighter tile sets, but this one just is nostalgic for me. Oh, gonna block it. Gonna block the expansion for Zero. Yep. Gonna fight him. Who's gonna win this battle? The answer is Probe will win. Probe will win this battle. And run! Run away, drone. Don't die. Don't die. Bisu's harassment is through the roof. Another drone forced to come up and hope to deal with this thing. Don't. Ooh, almost that drone, man. He keeps flirting with danger here. The micro is stupid right now. Nope, tosses down a pylon. Really wants to. Oh, he gets it. He gets the drone kill. And goes away. Happy little drone or probe for sure. The lings are up. The lings are up. And this probe's in trouble, man. They may be slow lings, but they're still a little bit faster than probes are. But the probe can actually turn itself into a distraction. So these lings, instead of going to harass down here at the natural base of Bisu, they can try to kill this probe, but nah, Zero doesn't take. Zero maybe takes the bait. Why are you doing? I'm so confused right now. Either way, Zero's expansion is delayed forever at this point. It's 3 minutes in. He is throwing another drone up north to this traditionally super far away third base location to take a base there. The pylon's going to go down at the natural base. And then the drone's going to expand. All right, so trade-offs. Gets his third base about the right time. His natural is late, though. And this probe is still alive, you guys. How is this probe still alive? Hey, probe, you are doing the greatest scouting job a probe has ever done. Delay the expansion by a minute. Not dying. Kill the drone. This is the hero probe of all time. It really is. Bisu has created the hero probe of all time on my channel. This guy right now is going to make it home. Place your Falcon Bucks bets on this. Is the probe going to make it home being chased by these lings? It's not looking good. Oh, no, wait. It's only being pursued by one now, though. Okay, the odds just actually changed. They totally changed there. It's not 5 Falcon Bucks anymore. You know what? At this rate, it's going to take several hits. The shields are recharged. I think the probe makes it back. These cannons are very protective. Overlord sees this too and says, this is a good wall. This is a good wall from Bisu. Not that I expected anything different, but good wall. And the lings are going to just set up contain right now. Nothing comes out without them knowing. One zealot? No. Probe? No. Nope. Taking a third base early? Nope, not allowed. The Zerglings are there to make sure that does not happen. Overlord scouting here too, just because there's nothing they can shoot up right now. The Cyber Core is in production. It's almost done, but not quite there. And then you have to make a Dragoon, and it takes a while. So one zealot kind of shoves the lings away, but then they say, wait, we can handle one zealot. There are 6 of us. 4 of us can kill a zealot. If the micro's good and there's some good, maybe some luck involved. I don't know. In general, that's the rule, though. Probe trying to go out. No, say the lings. Zealot says, I can't handle this on my own. Oh, a friend. A friend has arrived. For ire. Then they go up and say, haha, 2 zealots. versus yes 6 lings. Get out. Get out of our neighborhood. You're outnumbered severely. That is a Stargate on the way here from the Bisu, getting +1 air weapons, which is exceptionally good here to have. Going to have the Corsairs out early, and likely going to see Dark Templar at some point here. Working on that +1 upgrade for the ground units. Is this that probe? No, it's a different probe, but it's a scouting probe. Bisu, man. Scouting king right now. This one, I think, might actually die, and I think Bisu's okay with that. Oh, that's not a Spire. Holy, what? Why is Zero making a Spire against... You know your opponent's going to basically open Corsairs. I've seen it in every ZVP in the last few ZVPs that I've cast. Alright, man. If you're going to try to make Spire work, it's just going to be Scourge, right? You can't really make Mutas against Corsairs. They get splash damage to absolute oblivion. It is... They were made specifically to counter Zealots. That is why Corsairs exist. Also, the Disruption Web ability to counter static defense, which I think I talked about this before, but when Disruption Web first came out, it's an area of effect that stops things from attacking inside it, especially static defense. It lasted forever. It felt like a minute or 2 minutes, and it was just ridiculously overpowered. And then in later patches, they nerfed it into the ground, and so it was closer to 8 or 10 seconds, which is still enough. Still definitely enough. Although you don't see it a lot, do you? You really don't see it from Protoss players. What the? Why not, though? I wish I could see abilities. They have it, right? It wasn't removed, and I missed that. No. The last time I played Brood War and the campaign, I had Disruption Web. Alright, and fine. Zealots pushing out against Lings. 2 Corsairs going after Overlords. Nothing can shoot up at all, but there are some Scourge in production for Zero right now. Supply blocked? Yep, supply blocking Zero, and Zero taking a 4th base in the top left here too. So he's effectively at 3.5 bases to 2 bases for Bisu. These Lings are being super annoying, pinning a Zealot into a corner here and murdering it before his friends show up and chase the Lings away. And here come the Scourge. What are you doing way over here by yourself? I guess maybe you're just scouting. Again, if there's no anti-air, except for a couple cannons for the Protoss player and some Corsairs, which don't really want to engage these guys anyway. Hold up. Wait, no! What did I say about cannons? Got too close to the cannons. That's what happened. Alright, Zero, come on. Don't be carelessly throwing away your Scourge. They're important. You need them for things. You need them if you want to kill those Corsair at any point, because they're not going to hold still long enough for Hydras to murder them. That's for sure. Absolutely not. Zero is throwing up the traditional sunken colonies at his 3rd base location because there's going to be an attack up here at some point. These Zealots really need something to do. They're restless. They want to murder some things. There's a lot of pent-up rage inside these Zealots. And actually, this might be a touchy subject, but the one-child policy in China has resulted in an imbalance of men and women in their country. So basically, there are tons of Scourge versus Corsair attack, and they get any of those Corsairs? What target firing? What target firing from Bisu? It's basically like Marines and Banelings in StarCraft 2, isn't it? Fantastic display there. Anyway, so there's just way more single men in the country than women, which results in a lot of men who are kind of frustrated about the state of things, and anyway, it's a weird dynamic, weird demographic in China right now. Good hit there on the Scourge, but Corsairs have enough HP, they can eat that to some extent. 280 HP on those dudes is a lot, and Scourge doing the 110 splash damage. Zealots just clearing Lings out. They are just doing a good job making Lings can't hang around, right? They're not going to come in and threaten this 3rd base of Bisu's that he is getting up, although 4 bases are up for Zero right now. But it's 82 to 62 total supply. Bisu is up overall, and he obviously hasn't saturated his 3rd base, but he is over making probes here at his 1st and his 2nd, so he can Maynard them over to his 3rd. In a previous cast, I believe I said that the current caster Maynard is the guy that came up with the Maynard transfer, but that's a lie. It was a different Maynard from the late 90s who came up with the Maynard transfer, and it was named after him. I mean, I kind of feel like if you come into the scene and you're going to go by the same name as somebody who already is known for a very important thing in StarCraft, and very well known, you should probably choose a different one. But I love Maynard. He's a great caster. He's hilarious. I'm a big fan. I'm just saying it's weird that he has the exact same name as something that's already super well known in the StarCraft community. There's the Maynard transfer to the 3rd base. Zealots going for it here at the natural, but Mutas are out. Gotta watch that production tab, man. Gotta watch it. Psionic Storm's on the way. Mutas are out here, and I think the Zealot saw them, so Bisu should be ready for this. Storm is not quite done yet. Singularity Charge, range for the Dragoons is being researched, however. And that is a lot of Scourge, man. That is a whole ton of Scourge. What is that? Probably 10? Yeah, that's 10 Scourge and about 5 Mutas. 6 Mutas going for an attack right into the main base. What gumption out of Bisu. Going to take down this cannon first of all. And then the responding Corsair, good splash damage, taking out a couple Corsair, but holy smokes, there are still 5 or 6 remaining. And the Mutas are forced to flee here. Well, one Muta swings on back. The other Mutas split, because again, splash damage means if you're together, you all die. But this Muta is actually trying to kill Probes back here by himself. He gets one! He gets a kill! What is going on right now? Oh, target fire. Target fire. Got it. Got 2. And does not get 3 before the Corsairs murder him. These Scourge are not doing as well as I expected them to. That was 10 Scourge versus like 5 Corsairs. He got in the middle. He got the splash damage he wanted, but they didn't die. Oh, Archons are out. That is really when things start getting scary for the Zerg players. When Archons are here. Hydralisks in production and some Lurkers too. So Lurkers should be enough to shove this away. Actually, Robotics Facility just being created by Bisu. He doesn't have detection. He does not have detection for this. Oh no. He was all ready to attack this natural base with a big old scary army of Zealots and Dragoons. He has, I think he has upgrades. Yeah, +2. +2's done on those Zealots and Dragoons, but then Lurkers pop out, and that's it. That's all she wrote. He can't attack until those observers are out. And he has to make an observatory too. Oh, this is a nice window for Zero to do some stuff. To do some stuff that he wants to do. Corsair checking, is there a 5th base up? Thank goodness for that. Can we murder all of the Overlords in this 4th base location? I think we can. Arrgh, here we go. I don't think that's what Corsairs say, but something else. Dang, how are there so many of them? I guess he's been making them the whole time. Supply block 0. Oh, what a great counter from Bisu. All right, so I can't attack you, but I got to do something. So I'm going to supply block you, slow you down, not allow you to do what you want to do, and that way when I can finally get up there, once my observatory is done, I won't be too far behind. That's brilliant. That's a great play. Great, wonderful play by Bisu there so far. 4th base coming up for Bisu 2. Zero's been on 4 for a while now. For a good long while. What is this? What are we looking at here? Ah, Ling's just scouting. Just scouting this 4th base, getting murdered by cannons, but that is the hazard. That is the job requirement for being a Ling. Hey, sometimes you gotta go run past cannons and just let them murder you. So run fast and be lucky, I guess. I suppose. Gravitic Booster on the way, faster observer movement, +3 ground weapons. Coming in at 13 minutes for Bisu. What an upgrade king this guy is. Do you have detection yet? Nope, pulling back. Pulling back. Observer on the way. Are there any out? Oh, there's a DT though. Ooh, DT one-shotting those Lings. 45 damage on that dude. Ooh, maybe, yeah, detection might wander over at some point, so no. Pneumatized Carapace on the way for Zero. Going to get speed for his Overlords. I'm surprised that's so late, but if you're going to be chasing Dark Templar at some point, you really need to make it happen. Surprising lack of Dark Templar though. I've only seen one. Mostly spending his gas on Dragoons and Archons. There's your Observer. It's out. It's out. It's ready to go. Consume coming in. Defiler Mound is done. Obviously, there's a high because of the Defiler Mound. And in production, another Evolution Chamber. Yes, attacking on in. Goodbye, Lurkers. Yeah, good Storms. Ah, the Storms. Let them rain. Let them rain upon the Zerg. And again, they don't one-shot Lurkers, but they injure them pretty severely down at this point, and then you can finish them off. I don't know why he's not attacking up here. Ooh, swinging from the backside, though. Oh, he sees this coming. But yeah, he's got his Corsair scouting. More Storms coming in. Surrounded is Bisu. Got attacks from the north, from the left, from the right, the east, and the west. Split up. A lot of Lurkers dying here. Great target firing right now from Bisu. Overlords in for detection at the same time. In case there are Dark Templar on the scene, there are not here. Hydras trying to do what they can. More Storms chasing those dudes away. And Bisu manages to escape with a large part of his army. That was a good surround attempt by Zero, but it didn't quite work out for him. Again, the Storms were fantastic. The Archon play was good. I don't think any Archons survived that attack, but that's okay. That's okay. You can even tank and absorb a lot of damage if you want. Khydarin Amulet on the way, increasing the starting energy of the Templar. And here we go. Lurker's trying to burrow on in, but again, the distance, range upgrade Dragoons are really good at clearing those out. Storm, enough to severely injure that Lurker. Corsairs trying to get killed by those Hydras, but not making it happen. An attack from the north base. Lings rolling in here at the same time, but it needs to be timed better. What is it? Zero is trying to go for these flanks and these surrounds, but he's not doing it right. He's not attacking it all from all sides at once. He's from the north a little bit, from the west a little bit, but not really consistently coming all in at the same time and forcing Bisu to engage. A crazy game. All right, Corsair flying around, still trying to kill Overlords. Hydra's trying to finish them off. Can't do it. Can't do it. Too fast, too zippy are those Corsairs. Got some Lings and Hydras. Upgrades on these dudes are +1 armor and +0 attack. Dude, more upgrades are necessary, I think. I feel as though they are. During Great Storms. Did you catch all 3 of those? Yes, all 3 of those Lurkers are caught by that Storm. Easily finished off by the ground units when they show up. Nope, trying to take a 5th base on the left side here is Zero. I don't know if he's going to get it, because the army is heading this way, which is kind of a little bit the fault of the army. And again, Lings and Hydras showing up, not exactly connected, not synchronized in any way here. Great Storm on the Lurkers as, the precision storms, just sniping them with the Psionic Storm here, forcing a cancel on that 5th base too. And it's 4 base to 4 base. Crikey, this army looks a little stuck. There's a back door that can run down, but I think they want to engage with these Hydras. They've got better upgrades. They do. +3 attack is fantastic for Zealots and for Dragoons, but getting in among the Hydras, Lurker support. Lurker support, get out. Get out. Lings on top of Dragoons is not what you want if you are a Protoss player. Lings are so good against Dragoons, especially if they have the Adrenal Glands upgrade, where they attack very, very quickly indeed. Is this the end of Bisu's assault along this left side? And it definitely is. High Templar trying to get out of here. Willie got 4 kills and he now dead. He now dead. But I guess who's not going to let Zero rest? Bisu, that guy. He's got more Archons involved. Lings running around trying to scout some stuff out and just getting absolutely caught unawares by Zealots and getting murdered. Oh, Defiler in the middle of nowhere too. Plague toss down on these Corsairs. It will bring their HP down to 1. Which means they have to rely entirely on their shield health pool, which is 80, which does not help. It's not great. Archons, though, Archons don't care. Archons don't care about Plague because they only have 10 hit points anyway. Most of their stuff is shields, and they don't have to worry about it here. Again, pushing on in, +3 Zealots against Lings, even if they have Adrenal Glands, is just ridiculously good. Upgrade advantage to Bisu 100% right now. He's even getting ground armor, which I haven't really seen that much. Oh, try to take another base down here that I missed. Hey, Zero. New 5th base? No, not going to happen. So many Zealots. Archon up here just massacring Lings. 4 kills on that. Dude gets an Overlord too. Is he going to get it? No, Overlord flies away. Good job, Overlord. Nicely done. Pushing into this natural base. Zero doesn't seem to want to engage. Most of his army is across the map right now. Oh, could this turn into a base race type situation? I don't know. Got static defense, got Lings, got Hydras. Coming on in, Storms, Zealots, and Archons. Can he push through and make this thing happen? Because, oh my goodness, the Lings. The Lings are rolling in. A bunch of cannons, though, making this really hard for the Zerglings. Finally, a Dark Swarm comes up. Storm still eats you if you're in Dark Swarm, as it turns out. Did he just plague his own units by accident? He might have plagued his own units by accident. Yes, he did. Oh, that's not a good plague. Meanwhile, still attacking at the natural base is the Bisu. Drones forced to fight for their lives. Never a good thing you want to see. There's a single Muta out, but the Archon says, get out. Get out of here. More Storm on top of these Hydras, just chewing them apart. So natural base toast. Hydralisk Den gone. So yeah, losing a mining base here is a problem for Bisu, but his tech isn't dead. He's got a gateway up here, but that is about it. Also heading up to this 4th base too. Trying to do some more work. Trying to burrow Lurkers on in. Get rid of these cannons, get rid of this base. The army, the Orange Army, continues to assault into the main base of Bisu right now. Goodbye, Sunken Colony. And yeah, see this tech? Hive, Defiler Mount, Queen's Nest, Spawning Pool, Spire, Evolution Chamber. These are buildings I don't think Zero can afford to lose, to be honest. He has to rebuild everything from scratch. He's making 11 mutas. Why are you making 11 Mutas? I feel like there are still Corsairs in the sky. Did he get rid of those? Maybe he got rid of those. He's remaking his spawning pool. Right, actually making 2 spawning pools, strangely enough, at his 4th base location, because his main is dead. His main is dead. His natural is dead. Yes, he has killed the 3rd and 4th mining bases of Bisu, but he's in trouble. He's down 100 supply. 190 to 95 total supply right now, and the upgrades are better. I mean, maybe if Zero had a smaller army, but he had the upgrade advantage, he could make something happen. But he's got +2 armor and +1 attack on these Lings, which is not going to be enough. The Mutas, I'm going to assume, have, yeah, +1 armor. Is done. All right, guys, let's see what you can do. Flying over Archons is not what you can do. Storms, just chasing those guys, but they're fast enough to dodge them. They are definitely fast enough to get the heck on out of there, but you got to make something happen. You got to come down to attack. Maybe this, I don't know, this 1 mining base, but there's 3 cannons here. And 3 High Templar for Storm as well. Look at them pushing in close to make sure they can't get picked off easily by the Mutas if they show up. Where are ya? Up, got some Scourge too. So Scourge, Muta, I haven't seen. Oh, there's the Corsair group. You were hiding from these Corsairs. I thought you weren't dead. Thought Bisu would take better care of you. All right, Zealots attacking up. Can these Mutas do anything? The Corsairs, man. The Corsairs, man. Scourge trying to get on top of these guys. Zealots continuing to attack on in here. These guys are generally still alive, the Mutas and the Scourge, but no, I don't think they killed a single Corsair there. Again, no Disruption Web, just attacking Overlord. I just feel like a Disruption Web on these dudes would be real nice. I gotta look this up. Mutas are still alive, though. Mind you, they are super injured, but they still live. They don't have tissue regeneration like in StarCraft 2, so they can't heal themselves as quickly as they normally could. And these Zealots are just, there's just too many of them. They're not invincible. They're absolutely dying. But having +1 armor is super useful in this situation. 3rd base is going to go down here for Zero. I really don't see anything saving this. Oh, the Mutas came back and got stormed into oblivion. Even if you have to storm your own units, it doesn't really matter. Hey, Lurkers, what are you doing? No, you're walking right past these Archons. Wow, that was a bad rally or something out of Zero. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he got absolutely massacred there. How many kills on you, Archons? 1, 4, 7, 7 kills, and Templar none. What? You gotta start pulling your own weight there. Friend, 5th base is up and running for Zero, so effectively he's on 3 mining bases. And oh, guess who expanded to that 5th base attempt? Oh, Zero's in the bottom section of the map. Bisu did. Bisu did. So now he's got 3 mining bases to 3 mining bases. He's up 110 to 58 total supply. Lings, again, with Adrenal Glands, attack very, very quickly, but they don't have the armor or the attack upgrades that you need to kill this thing quickly without dying, right? And besides, the army showed up anyway, so it was a pretty solid attack on Bisu's base, but held off by Archons and Zealots and things. He's still trying to come in, and do some stuff. Lings in the middle of the map, more and more Zealots in production. Shuttle on the way. Where do we have a shuttle? Corsairs just continuing to hunt. How many kills? You have 0 kills? You all have 0 kills? Maybe you're new. You're new to this party. Oh, he does supply block him. He supply blocks Bisu. Is he going to do it again? Oh, there's no anti-air at this 4th base. Okay, a couple Hydras show up. Is that enough to save your Overlords? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. 71 out of 61 available supply. And the Corsairs leave. Their job is done. Their job is complete. Lings, they really want to get down here and kill this base, but I just don't think they have a window in which to do it. I mean, Zero's trying to distract, trying to delay as long as he can. He knows the army's bigger. He knows he can't engage directly with the army. So he's just trying to delay, trying to distract. Ooh, here's our shuttle. And Gravitic Drive is on the way. Gravitic Booster for Observer Speed. Gravitic Drive for Shuttle Speed. We're going to keep that one straight. Ling's just getting massacred in the middle of the map. 129 to 85 total supply. What is in this shuttle? Oh, High Templar. High Templar are in this shuttle. Thank you very much. And that means it's going to be a Storm Drop. Storm Drop! Oh, just brutal. Lost a couple there to the Sunken Colonies, but they got their storms off in time, so that's alright. Just fine. And another Storm Drop here at this 4th base location. Not as good as the last one. Some drones were lucky that they weren't inside that range, but Ow. Ow, that hurts. More storms in the middle of the map. Ling Hydra trying to do stuff. Nice plague on the Zealots. Got the Archons too, which again, they do not care. They literally do not care at all. Consume, consume, consume. Got to get that Defiler back up to full energy once again. And maybe, what, Dark Swarm? A Dark Swarm down here with some Ling support would be incredible. But we'll see. We will see. Hydra's big old Hydra Lurker army actually not doing too bad. Trying to come back, but there are Reavers in production for Bisu, which Reavers are just fantastic in the hands of a good player against anything Zerg, honestly. They do 100 damage on those Scarabs, man. They hit like trucks. Hit like trucks. All right, this is feels like a final hurrah for Zero here. He's got to kill this base or he is just done for it. He's done. Lurkers burrowed, split. You can't storm all of them at once, but guess what? 3 at a time you can. Another plague tossed down on these dudes. Another storm finishing stuff off. It's a narrow choke. He has to engage through this narrow choke, and the storms are available. Here's the thing here. These guys are super injured. I don't know that they necessarily care about that. Yeah, so many people are in the red now. There's a Dark Swarm. Okay, Dark Swarm up. Bisu expanded to the natural base of 0. All right, man. That's a little BM, wouldn't you say? It's going to get some revenge here. And kill that Nexus. What a ridiculous game this is. Got more and more Hydras showing up. 0, I just don't know. I just don't know if he can do this. Bisu with Archons. Are there Reavers in there? With Reavers, with Psionic Storm. I just don't see it. I really don't. 161 to 75 total supply. Lurker's trying to burrow on in here, but there's another plague tossed down. Storms all over those Lurkers, many of them dead. The final one ends up getting killed there as well. Defiler, I mean, really, is that all he can do? Ooh, bam, hit it. Didn't kill it, though, with that Scarab. Killed a Lurker, fantastically done. Oh, from distance here, Scarabs smashing these Lurkers. Oh, Bisu. Oh, there is a Dark Swarm up. What the what? All right, Lurker trying to burrow in, but guess what? Against Storm. Nope, not going to happen. More storms on top of these Hydras and Lings that are desperately trying to make this thing work. So that is a Negatory, Ghost Rider, Lings, and Lurkers swarming in. Hydras from the right side too, but these Reavers just having a grand old time. Grand old time murdering everything. Archon here too, has 15 kills to his name. Still coming is 0. I don't know where he's getting money for this. I guess he does have 2 mining bases. But it's just remained about a 100 supply lead for Bisu for the last 7 minutes, I want to say. Just been unable to finish him off or unwilling to finish him off right now. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. Again, the upgrades. Upgrades really, really matter. Really super matter here. +2 armor, +3 attack on these ground units. Solid hit on that Reaver. Another storm on these Lings trying to attack on in here. Nope. Not allowed. Overkill, killing that Ling with a Scarab, but that's totally fine. Then coming from the backside here. And what are these guys? And more Lings from 0. Just desperation. Desperation oozing from the pores of the Zerg player right now. Oh, the storms. Oh my gosh. Oh man, Lings coming in for one last hurrah. Storm, storm, storm. What was that? What were you saying, Zerglings? I couldn't hear you, says Bisu. Brutal. Just masterful. Masterful game. Oh, masterful game from our friend Bisu today. Protoss fans very, very happy about the end result here, and just dominant. Just dominant. Sure, 0 got his licks in, killed the 3rd and 4th bases of Bisu, but then Bisu said, I will take your 5th base location and your natural and wipe out your main. And that math does not add up for the Zerg player. So let's check out final stats here. And we're looking at units. Oh yeah, this tells the story for sure. 800 units produced by 0, killed 200. Bisu made 300, killed 700. So every one of his units that was made, on average, killed more than 2 units by himself. If you could do that in a military, you're going to win the battle. You're going to win, unless they're just overwhelming numbers on the other side. But shoot. That was ridiculous. Structures about similar here, I'd say. 34 lost by Bisu, 25 lost by the Zero resources. Actually, Zero's up. Zero mined more gas and more minerals and spent more than Bisu did, but it all comes back to this units tab, right? Sure, you can have more money and make more stuff, but if you're getting killed at a rate of 2 to 1 compared to your opponent, you're doing it wrong. Whew. All right. So great game from Bisu, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and the Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.